Hello everyone, Happy New Year to you, Happy 2018. Thank you so much for coming back, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Joanna. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you like what you find here. If you would like 6-month readings, I just posted those on my Vimeo On Demand page. That information is down below for you. So if you would like a little bit more information to see what's ahead for the next 6 months for you, go ahead and click on the link. It'll take you to my site. It was nice for me to see that majority, if not all of the readings, are literally a continuation from your January reading. So it was nice to see the consistency. Many of you are on a road to discovery or rediscovery, which is very exciting to see. And it's just exciting to see for when I see this. So that's fantastic. I'm not going to spend too much time on the intro. Nobody likes long intros, including myself. So all I'm going to say is enjoy these. If this makes sense to you, post below if you would like a private session. That information is down below for you as well. Listen to your moon sign and your rising sign, as they may offer you additional information to complete an entire picture of your life. And of course, because these are general, they may not apply to every single one of you, and that's okay. I always say take little pieces and bits that do apply to you and listen down the road at the end of the month to see if more applies to you, because that's generally how it goes. But without further ado, let's just move on with with the January readings. I do wish you a wonderful month of January. Take care of yourself, and without further ado, let's jump into January readings. Hello beautiful Scorpios, this is going to be a reading for January 2018. Happy New Year to you. I hope you like this reading. Let me start off with seeing if I can get any information here that's channeled. Okay, one of the things that I'm being shown is generosity. So the month of January, it's important for you to focus on giving more so than receiving. And we'll go into this, we'll go into why. As you know, when we give without an agenda, when we give unconditionally, whether it's love, whether it's attention, whether it's compliment, whatever it is, it comes back to us tenfold. And I feel that there needs to be a focus for you on your part on giving more so than receiving at this time. That doesn't mean you won't receive, but there's a reason why they're saying this. Okay, many of you will be ending some long-standing situation that has kept you stuck, and that was very evident in the 6-month reading. You will be in a process of accomplishing your goals. There are many new adventures or ventures awaiting you, and I don't feel that's January. I think January it's preparing you for what's to come. And I also feel there is an end of an inner battle that will ensue for many of you, and this will be after much contemplation. I also heard the words, what have I done? What have I done? And it's not, what have I done? Oh my God, what have I done? It's more like, okay, what have I done? I'll take the inventory. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to look back at your life, because you're in a transition right now. Many of us are. To look at your life, to look at your history in order to recognize certain patterns and behaviors, and in order to deal with them much more effectively. And breaking patterns and behaviors, that's everything like that is in the 2018 six-month projections. That's one of the theme actually that's in it. So going on with the cards, the first card you have that you are working with, or the energy you are working with in the month of January, is you've got the crown chakra, and I asked for clarification. So when I got this card, it told me that in the month of January, many of you will be guided by your own intuition. And if you traditionally are guided by your logic, you are being asked to pay attention to your intuition and notice if your intuition is telling you something different than your logic. So there's a lot of internal guidance, there's a lot of inspiration, there's a lot of aspirations, but many of you will be intuitively guided in the month of January. I also hear the words, what should I do? What should I do? So if there's any decisions that you will be making in the next few months, and you will be, or if there is a decision pending, be guided by your intuition. Yes, also by your intellect, but not just by your intellect. So that's one of the things. The other card you have is Nine of Wands, and this is about perseverance. Now, many of you are getting ready for something big, and this something big is a brand new start or brand new beginning. It's not going to happen in January. I feel January is going to open a door that potentially offers you a new opportunity or a brand new beginning. And this could also be, energetically speaking, that in January you are starting to solidify a brand new foundation for yourself, that it's much stronger and much more firm, so that you can build your life or a certain aspect of your life upon it going forward. When I asked what you are being driven by, or what you are being fueled by or propelled by, you have the World. And what's fascinating about this card is that this is the card, the theme card, in your 2018 6-month projection. So basically your 2018 long-term reading is a continuation of this. So you are being propelled by a completion. So the World is a sign of completion. It is an energy that says, okay, you've done this, it's time to close the door, put up the curtains, and move on to something new and something different. Yes, this card also represents travel. There is move with this. So some of you might be contemplating a move, and I think that also came back in the other reading. But more than anything, this is completion. This is end of a cycle. This is successful movement forward from a period or an aspect of your life that you had to endure for quite some time. Now, you may not end things in January, or things might have ended in 2017, but just because we end something doesn't mean it's completed. Oftentimes when we end, let's say for example, and when we end a relationship and the physical aspect of the relation is no longer, it doesn't mean it's over, because we often hang on to emotional aspects and we attach ourselves emotionally way past the physical aspect of whatever we ended. So yes, many of you have ended something in the past, but that doesn't mean that you are done with it emotionally or psychologically speaking. This card says you're about to be done, and I want to say hallelujah. I don't know what it is for you. It's going to be different things for different people, but I want to say hallelujah. The next card you have is a card of judgment. Now, this is rebirth. This is coming to a fair conclusion. This is truth. This is rebirth. It's absolution. It's completion again. So very similar to the World, but it's I feel you're going to come out. Whatever's going to happen, it'll be in your favor. And it could be that many of you will have a resolution to some concrete aspect of your life you have been trying to work on for quite some time. This is basically saying the end is near and the scales are about to be rebalanced once again. The next card you have is Ten of Swords in reverse. And what this is saying here is that you are now ready to move on. And it's like, hallelujah, dear Jesus, God, whatever name you want to call it. Hallelujah. You are in this end of a cycle. You are completing, you are being reborn, and you are moving on from the Ten of Swords. And as you guys know, the Ten of Swords is not, well, it's also a card of completion, but it's not a great, it's not a happy card. So seeing this in reverse is fantastic. And I also want to say, many of you are on the road to recovery. This could be an emotional recovery. This could be addiction recovery. This could be recovering from an injury. This could be recovering from a loss that happened some time ago. It's not a projection. This is recovery from anything that financially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually has drained your energy. Fantastic card to have. Now, what to focus on? You have Four of Cups. And what I want to say here is, be grateful for what you have. Don't fret about the past. I don't think this is the message, traditional meaning of the card, but that is what I am hearing. Be patient with your shortcomings. Okay, we all have them. And be true to yourself always. And then I hear not like before. So some of you may have sold your soul in the past, or may have done things against your better judgment, against your intuition, against your logic, whatever it is, and you have put yourself in a situation where you might have regretted it later on. So the message here is, stay on top of it and always be true to yourself. Now, one of the cards you have as the energy, overall energy, is resilience, is keep pushing forward. It's determination. So month of January is definitely preparatory for something to come. And again, I feel it's big, and it's been reflected in the Vimeo readings and the 6-month readings as well. When I asked what it is that you need to know, or what is this about, you have serendipity in reverse. And basically what this is saying here is, if you are in a situation where you thought, oh my God, I just won the lottery, I'm set for life, it's everything I've ever wanted. If it didn't work out for some reason, that's because some things are meant to happen in order to prepare us for something better. But it sounds like many of you are wondering, why didn't this situation work out? I just knew it was the one, whether it's the one job, the one career, the one partner. And the message here is, you may not know why, not at this point, but it is important for you to know that it is the experiences and lessons you learned from whatever it is that you're leaving behind, because you are leaving things behind, you're completing things. It is important for you to recognize the lessons and the wisdom that you gained going through these experiences. Why? Because you will need these lessons and experiences moving forward. The next card you have is Soulmate. So for many of you, this is going to be about a relationship. Now, I always say soulmate doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. You can have a boss who is like your soulmate. It's a soul contract, and the two of you were working together, and it was tumultuous because you needed to learn something from that person. Yes, alternatively, the very first thing that most people think about, soulmate, is a romantic partner. So what I'm going to say is this. In the recent past, or in a while ago, you were in a relationship that has brought you to your knees, that has either disappointed you, that fell apart, that was very difficult, that there was a lot of trials, it was volatile. Whoever this person is, you were meant to be with this person in order to learn some very important lessons. And again, trying to figure out why it happened, or why it's no longer, it's a little bit of a futile process. What you want to be mindful of is, what does this relationship offer you that you didn't have before, as far as an experience, as far as you understanding yourself better, as far as inner knowing, as far as awareness. And you have awareness message in your in your 6-month reading. So that rings true to what was said, you know, even in a 6-month readings. For some of you, this could be a family member that is, you know, you're very close with, and you had a fight or you had a disagreement and you're not quite understanding why. Any relationship that you had with somebody who meant something to you, meant a lot to you, and that didn't work out in the past, really dig deep down to understand the profoundness of the lesson you were trying to achieve by being with this person. So these two cards go hand in hand. This basically says, yes, you thought that was it, and it turned out not to be the case. There's a reason for it. You're being prepared for something, and it was through a person that meant possibly everything to you, or was, you know, really important part of your life, and it's no longer. And that's because this person or this situation was meant to teach you something very important about yourself, and it's about perspectives. I also heard the words, your ship is about to come in. So when I hear those words, it tells me that your abundance ship is about to come in. It's not now, not yet, but you are being prepared for it. And you're being prepared because you are at an end of a cycle. And I feel there's going to be a fair conclusion to whatever it is that you're dealing with. For some of you, you might be dealing with a legal matter. And I feel there's going to be a fair resolution, or whatever the resolution is, it will allow you to move forward or move on with your life, at least mentally. I'm being shown the number 13. So 13 is 13. So for some of you, this might be a lucky number. 13 is the death card. So that's transformation. That's also transitions. So because I'm being shown the number 13, it tells me that in the month of January, it may feel like you're going through death in order to be reborn. And there's more of that in the other reading. But please understand that I feel like the month of January is really preparing you to catapult forward in the next few months. You are getting ready for something big. And I said this in the other reading. So you are in a transition. When I add all the numbers, comes to the number 8. So it's about strength. It's about courage. It's about resilience. It's about abundance. It's about feeling good with who you are, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident, feeling strong. Whenever you feel that, the world opens up to you. And the other reading, the 6-month reading, talked about a lot of your fears and inadequacies and facing a lot of those things. And I feel like you're about to close that door on those inadequacies and those failures, whatever they may be for you. And I think that's all I have. I'm being shown looking at brand new horizons. And some of you have difficulty sleeping, but I feel like that's also about to transform for you. I also hear the word headaches. Some of you may have had headaches. Some of you will have headaches, but I'm talking about unusual headaches. A lot of it will have to be with stress. Some of you, you know, if you were not able to sleep, that may certainly cause your headache. Some of you need to supplement with vitamins, particularly zinc. I don't know why zinc, and never ever listen to me and take my advice as gospel, because half the time I don't know what I'm saying, because it doesn't come from me, so it's not from my knowledge. But zinc is coming up, so research what zinc means to you and deal with it accordingly. I also hear chamomile flower, digestion. So for those of you who have difficulties with digestion, and it could be due to your nerves, apparently chamomile flower, he said flower, somehow that's going to aid your digestion or soothe your digestion. And I think that's all I have. Yeah, exciting time for you. You guys are ready to turn a new leaf. I think that's how the saying goes, and that's exciting. So thank you so much for liking, for sharing, for watching, for subscribing. If this doesn't make sense to you right away, listen to it at the end of the month, because it almost always makes sense to you. And of course, this won't apply to everybody because this is a general reading, but I would encourage you to take the bits and pieces that do fit in your life and see what fits later on. Thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful month of January. Of course, if you would like a private session, that information is down below, and also the 6-month reading, that information is down below for you as well. Thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.